to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. Don't hide it. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
Got me up all night, putting things on the side. What do you have in mind? She's awake all the time. What are you trying to find? I hope this ain't a lie. Cause I'm vibing with all we have. Yeah, I'm feeling what we are now. I'm laying down on the ground. All I do is thinking out loud. Yeah, I'm vibing with all we have. I'm feeling what we are now. All I do is thinking out loud. Cause I'm running with these emotions, stumbling out of bed. One hell of a roller coaster. You're messing with my head. I'm ending up so clueless. What are you trying to find? I'm running with these emotions. Tell me, what do you have in mind? Mind. Tell me, what do you have in mind? Mind. I put my heart on the line through our phone in the night. No, I'm here by your side. So tell me, where are you now? When your head is in the clouds, I wanna find out now. Cause I'm vibing with all we have. Yeah, I'm feeling what we are now. I'm laying down on the ground. All I do is thinking out loud. Yeah, I'm vibing with all we have. I'm feeling what we are now. All I do is thinking out loud. Cause I'm running with these emotions, stumbling out of bed. One hell of a roller coaster. You're messing with my head. I'm ending up
Right guys, so this is Lily. Lily's pretty much all of the way through her assessments here at C&G. It's nice to see a bit of sun out and you can really get the gist of the horse in the camera. It's quite difficult sometimes to get the full picture of the horse when you're in the indoor and it's a little bit dull. Sometimes I'm looking at the horse in the flesh and looking at the horse on the camera, and I don't always think the videos do the horses justice. So it is nice that you can see what a super stamp of a cob she is. She's sort of more of your sportier type cob, but when I say sportier, it doesn't mean that she's any more sort of sporty to ride, if that makes sense. She's more athletic and she's more potentially capable of doing sort of pretty much what your riding horse will do. And I'm not saying cobs won't do that, because they absolutely will, but in more of a horsey way, if that makes sense. But she's quite a deceiving size. I want you to just notice that she's more horse-like than pony-like. Now, Nikki's about 5'5", as you can see. Nikki looks absolutely fine on it, and there's room to go for a taller rider there. She has been ridden by Kyle, 6'2". I realise that 6'2" is too tall for her, but the point being is she carries a taller rider. And I've made this point before, that sometimes you can have sort of a 14'2", 14'3", and they're very pony-like, and some of them, you know, so those are more sort of a big pony, or you get horses like Lily who are a small horse, and there is a difference, guys. So she is more horse than pony, I would say. She's only 7 years old, so she's a good age. You can sort of pretty much steer her into whatever direction you want to go with your horse. And actually, I would say that she'll go in all directions, whatever that be, whether that be sort of the family horse, hacking, fun rides, whether you want to do to bring her flat work on. Actually, a flat work, she's nice to ride on the flat. If you were to do a dressage test, you'd have to work on the sort of finer things in outline and all that sort of stuff. But she walk, trot, canter. She picks up the correct canter lead every time. She's got a very comfortable canter. I would say if you allow her to be lazy, she will. But actually, if you just sort of ask her to work, she's more than happy to work and very capable to work. For the last 12 months, by the owner's admission, she's sort of lacked probably a bit of variety, and that's purely been really the COVID issues, to be honest. Obviously it's sort of put a limit on what all of us can do, really. So she's done a lot of schooling. She's been used weekly for lessons, not on a riding school, but the owners have had lessons on her. Both sisters have had lessons. She's been primarily owned for a young teenage girl, and she's also had a weekly schooling session ridden by the instructor. So that's pretty much what she's done for the past 12 months. She has hacked out. The older daughter is hacked out, and busy roads, all that sort of stuff, absolutely fine in the traffic. Previous owners said that as most of them, they prefer to hack in company, but she will hack alone. The owners have had her for the past 12 months, but previous to that she was used for hacking, and she did a lot of hacking alone in that home. That was with quite an experienced horse lady, actually. She did a lot of hacking alone. Bearing in mind she'd have been, you know, she's only 7 now, so that had been sort of 5 coming 6, so she had a really good basis there. She was also used for beach rides. She's also used for cross country. She's done a bit of that, and actually she's a cracking little jump horse, to be honest. Anybody who would want to pursue that with her, I think they would reap the rewards. Actually, she's not spooky to a fence at all. She's got a really nice technique, and she's actually got quite a bit of scope over a fence. She's very sensible. She'll come in trot or canter. So those who want to, you know, those who wanted to perhaps go and do some jump clinics with a hope of going to do some local shows and one-day events and all that sort of stuff, you could definitely do that with this mare, without a doubt. So temperament wise, she's a lovely temperament in a stable. She's very friendly. Sometimes she just needs to know a little bit of personal space. That's not a major thing, guys. She's not a real bargy type at all. She's just a more sort of, hi, how are you? I'm Lily, that sort of thing. She's obviously been used to having a lot of fuss, which is nice, you know. She's got a nice temperament. A lot of people are put off by a mare because they want a horse to have that interaction with that you perhaps get with a gelding, but she'll definitely do that for you. She's good to pick her feet up, to tack up, to mount. She stands by a block. You can mount her from the ground. She'll have a leg up, all that sort of stuff. She's only snaffle mouth. She's not strong at all. Not at all. She's quite a polite ride. I would say more sort of with the schooling, if you allow her to do the bare minimum, she will. So like, I suppose that's a little bit, she's been ridden in the school for the past 12 months and perhaps would like to do a little bit more getting out and about, really. But those of you that are looking for, as I said, if you're sort of stuck in your mind you want a 15-hander, I definitely would not look past her, especially since the 15-handers are virtually impossible to find at the moment. I would say that she is a decent size cob. At 7 years old, she's still got more filling out to do as well, but as you can see, she's a nice stamp. We bathed her yesterday, you wouldn't believe it actually, with a couple of stable stains on today, but we've done well. But she stood there and she was probably one of the best horses we've ever bathed. Absolutely loved it. So, you know, she likes all that pampering, to be fair. She likes the attention. Yeah, she does like human interaction. She'll stand there to be groomed and to be messed with and all that sort of stuff. You know, Nick just pulls her out the stable, gets on and straight out here. This is actually the first time she's been out in the outdoor, and the outdoor is actually quite spooky. Quite a lot of the horses spook in this outdoor, and she's straight out here, and she's been round the jumps as well. Cracking little jump mare, cracking. So if you just hold there, Nick, I'll just give you a little bit of a close-up. There is obviously a lot more videos you can see. Sorry about the stable staying. There you go, bit of a close-up. There you go, girl. Well, there you go. There we go. There you go. And I said yesterday, actually, beautiful tail, black tail. Oh yeah, a few stains there, so sorry about that. Right, so that's Lily. Her hacking videos are available as well. Any more questions, just ask. And she is in the Black Heart range. In fact, Nick, just jump off and just show them how she can mount her off the ground as well. I'm putting Nikki on the spot now. There you go. Good as gold. So if any of you can get on as nifty as Nikki can, then there you go.